Hey developers, welcome to Devcovery. Today, we're bringing you the hottest open source projects trending on GitHub, so you don't miss any tech developments worth your attention.
Today, we're taking a deep dive into a trending project on GitHub, Perplexica, an open source AI answering engine that is exploding in popularity with over 1,000 new stars today. It challenges the traditional search model by providing direct, synthesized answers instead of just a list of links, offering developers a powerful, self-hostable alternative. When you use an AI search engine, who really owns your curiosity? It's a critical question. What if you could get smart, cited answers without giving away your personal data? Well, there's a project quietly challenging the big commercial AI search models with exactly that promise. Meet Perplexica. It's an open-source, AI-powered answering engine designed as a privacy-first alternative to the big commercial services. Developed by a user named ItzCrazyKns, its main feature is that it lets you host your own search solution. This gives you complete control over your data. The project is blowing up on GitHub with over 30,000 stars. At one point, it gained more than 1,000 stars in just a single day. This kind of momentum shows there's a real hunger for a private, customizable way to do AI search. Sure, commercial AI search tools are convenient, but they're also black boxes. They raise a lot of privacy concerns and don't offer much flexibility. Before a project like Perplexica came along, if you wanted a private search solution, you had to build a complex system from scratch. That's a huge task, way too big for most people. Perplexica's angle is clever. It's not trying to reinvent search from the ground up. Instead, it acts as a secure, self-hostable wrapper around technologies that already exist. It directly addresses that core desire for data sovereignty, the idea that you should own your own data. It lets you get AI-powered answers without ever sending your search history to some third-party server. So how does it work? Perplexica's design is all about being modular and private. You can think of it like a personal research assistant that has signed a very strict confidentiality agreement. Its core architecture uses a process called Retrieval Augmented Generation, or RAG for short. Let's break that down. First is the retrieval part. Perplexica doesn't crawl the web on its own. Instead, it hands that job off to SearxNG, which is an open-source meta search engine. The analogy here is perfect. It's like sending an anonymous courier to a bunch of different libraries to gather information. The librarians never know who the request is actually for. Next, the system's brain is totally interchangeable. The design is flexible, so you can connect it to different large language models. For maximum privacy, you can run a local model using Llama. Or, for top-tier performance, you can plug into powerful cloud APIs from services like OpenAI or Grok. Finally, there's the generation part. The system takes the information it retrieved, combines it with your query, and streams the answer back to you. This means the answer appears word by word, which feels super responsive. And the best part? The entire process stays under your control. So what can you do with it in the real world? For anyone concerned about privacy, Perplexica can become a personal search engine that simply doesn't track you. A researcher could use it to search the web and, at the same time, ask questions about PDF papers they've uploaded. It's a powerful combo. Developers can also tap into its API to build powerful question and answer features directly into their own applications. Now, while the idea is powerful, getting started isn't totally effortless. The recommended setup uses Docker, a platform that makes deployment easier, but it still requires some technical know-how. This isn't a one-click install for the average person, but it's definitely a manageable project for any tech enthusiast. Looking at the community feedback, the response is overwhelmingly positive. People love the project's dedication to privacy and its open-source spirit. Many users even say they've completely replaced their old search engines with it. But it's not all perfect. A few common concerns do pop up. The setup process, especially dealing with Docker networking, can be a real hurdle for beginners. Some users also mention that performance can be a bit slow at times. And right now, its support for languages other than English is limited. These are all key areas for future improvement. But let's take a critical look. For all its strengths, Perplexica's design does have some potential weaknesses. First, it relies heavily on the SearxNG meta-search engine. This creates a single point of failure. If the big search providers decide to block SearxNG, Perplexica's main function would be crippled. Another issue is the lack of user authentication right now. This makes it risky to expose a Perplexica instance to the public internet without putting extra security in place. And while running a local model is a huge privacy win, it's not free. It demands a lot of hardware, especially VRAM for your graphics card, which can limit who can actually use it. Ultimately, the project's future will hinge on its ability to find more data sources and make the setup process even simpler. In the end, Perplexica represents a crucial counter-narrative in the age of AI. It's not just another search tool. It's a statement about data ownership and transparency in our systems. And why should you care? Because it proves that powerful AI assistance and personal privacy don't have to be a trade-off. You can have both.
That's all for today's Devcovery. We hope these GitHub trending projects spark some inspiration for your development work. You can find all the repos mentioned in the description below. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. See you tomorrow at the same time.